considering problems of Christian family, self-centeredness. I want us to understand today that no marriage is torn apart without a cause. There must be something that is wrong. And one of the things that can go wrong with marriage, that can tear it apart, is self-centeredness, as we have seen in this topic. What is self-centeredness? It is a term used to describe the state of being overly concerned with oneself, one's own needs and desires, and often neglecting the needs and feelings of others. It happens in family. If the father is so particular about himself alone, not caring about his wife or children, or if the wife is so particular about herself alone, not caring about her husband and children, or if the children are particular about themselves alone and neglecting their parents, this is what we call self-centeredness. It can be characterized by a lack of empathy, a focus on personal gain, and a tendency to see the world from a purely individualistic perspective. When everything is about me and me and me and me. Don't forget the parable of the rich fool in Luke chapter 12. This man concentrated on himself alone. He was going to make more produce to the extent that his barn will be too small to accommodate them. No problem. But while talking or thinking about what to do, he said, I will pull down my barn and then build another one. I said in the morning that this man must have the blood of Nigeria flowing in him. That you cannot even think of, oh, this one, it is old or it is too small. Another person will have it and I will build a new one. But to say, I will pull it down and I will build. How wasteful are we? In the parable, in the miracle of Jesus, feeding of 5,000, Jesus gave instruction that the rest should be what? Should be gathered so that none. In fact, this is a lesson for Nigeria. Today, we live wastefully. And it is because the concentration is on us. If you allow another person to have it, maybe the person will later be like you and you want to be beautiful alone. I pray the Lord will deliver us from self-centeredness. Matthew 7:12 that we have read. It is what we call golden rule. What do we call it? Once again, the golden rule. It instructs believers to treat others as they wish to be treated. You want respect, give it to people. Are you following me? You want people to respect you, you too respect others. For those of us who wade into family matters at times, you discover that the very thing that one person is complaining about is also guilty of it. Do you know that? When you listen carefully to what they are saying, you discover that the very thing you are accusing your husband of, you are also guilty. Or the very thing you are accusing of your wife of, you are also guilty of the same. So treat others as you wish them to treat you. It is an expression of the law of love, and it summarizes all that Christ requires of us in relation to others, as taught in his beatitude. Beatitude is in Matthew chapters 5 to 7. The text emphasizes a core principle of Christian ethics. It highlights the importance of empathy, compassion, and intentionality in interactions with others, ultimately reflecting a love for God and for our neighbors. Empathy, compassion, and intentionality in our interactions with others. People of God, relationship in marriage may not work if love is one-sided. Do you get that? Relationship in marriage may not what? Are we angry? I have not even drawn any lesson, so don't be afraid. Relationship in marriage may not work if love is one-sided. It is not the responsibility of a party alone to love. It must be mutual. And that is why for our young ones who are not married yet, it is better for you to marry the person who loves you. Don't marry because of class. Don't marry because of race. Don't marry because of status. Marry because of what? You are not answering me. Oh. Marry because of love. Don't pity her and don't pity him. Because that pity you show in courtship, when you get to marry, reality will be done on you. So it's not, I was persuaded to marry you. It won't work in marriage. Love must be mutual. It must be mutually shared between husband and wife. If it is one-sided, there will be a problem. Am I talking to somebody? And I say it again, if all you have brought to marriage is love for yourself and yourself alone, it cannot work. If concentration is always around you, about you, how convenient it is for you, and I say here today that marriage is not for your convenience. It requires commitment from you. I hope you are following me. In Genesis chapter 2, if you read verses 18 to 25, God showcases the mutual love that should exist between husband and wife. In verse 24, the two become one flesh. The two become what? One flesh. That is perfect blending. If you cannot blend with your spouse, there will be a problem. And that is why we talk about round peg in what? In a round hole. If you want to put a square peg in a round hole, that will be a problem. So, it is expected of our youth to look before they leave. So that if it is higher than you, it is improper fraction. You can't, as a lady, you cannot go to a home where they consider you to be a daughter of nobody. It will haunt you. So it means you want to engage in what I call improper fraction. In physics, it is load over effort, not effort over load. Am I saying something? And as a young man, you go to where they accept you for what they say. Not where they are considering you to be someone that they are going to pick from the gutter. Perfect blending. The two become one flesh. So, in marriage, there is no need of referring to your background. Wherever they pick you from, it doesn't matter again in marriage. But where emphasis is placed on your background and who you are, there will be a problem. You can't blend if that is the case. A word is enough